the scholars have three main opinions. ثلاثة أقوال. القول الأول أن النوم لا ينقض الوضوء مطلقا. One opinion says that sleep does not break your wudu at all. That sleep is not one of the nullifiers of wudu. And the evidence they use is this hadith. They say, look, the companions were falling asleep waiting for the messenger. In one narration it even says, حَتَّى يُسْمَعُ لَهُ غَطِيرٌ, that even their light snoring sounds could be heard. From when they were nodding off, waiting for the messenger, the light kind of snoring, not the proper snoring, but the light kind of heavy breathing sounds could be heard from them when somebody nods off. Even those sounds could be heard from them. And in one narration it says, حَتَّى يُوقَظُونَ, that when the messenger came in, someone had to go and get them up. So they were asleep. There was some level of sleep upon them. And yet they got up and they prayed without making wudu. And it was at the time of the messenger. So even if he hadn't noticed that, the revelation would have come to clarify that nothing did. Therefore, some scholars say sleeping does not break your wudu at all. It's not a nullifier. But the second opinion, that first opinion, many of the Shafi'is have that opinion. It is a common opinion in the school of thought of the Shafi'iyah that sleeping does not break your wudu. The second opinion, القول الثاني, أن النوم ينقض الوضوء مطلقا قليله وكثيره, that sleep breaks your wudu in every form, whether it's just nodding off lightly or properly falling asleep for several hours. Whatever type of sleep, any sleep, even the minor nodding off for a while, all of it breaks your wudu. That's the second opinion, completely the other way. The second opinion, every type of sleep, whether light sleep or deep sleep, it all breaks your wudu. And the evidence they use is that hadith of Safwan ibn Asad, where the messenger highlighted to them regarding using the toilet, answering the call of nature, and mentioned along with that sleep as another thing. So answering the call of nature, we know obviously breaks your wudu, and sleep is mentioned in the same hadith next to it. So sleep also breaks your wudu. That hadith appears to be a clear evidence that sleep is something that breaks your wudu, it invalidates your wudu, it is a nullifier. There is in fact another hadith as well they use. It's in the Musnad of Imām Ahmad, in the Sunnah of Abu Dawood and Ibn Majah, that the Prophet ﷺ said, Man nama falyatawadda, that whomsoever sleeps, then let him make wudu. Seems to be a very clear narration. Whomsoever sleeps, then let him make wudu. That would seem to indicate by sleeping your wudu has become invalidated. So the second opinion is any type of sleep. If you fall asleep, minor or major, deep or light, your sleep breaks your wudu. And this opinion is found with the Hanafis. The Hanafis have the opinion that any type of sleep breaks your wudu. And then in some of the explanations of some of the scholars, they have some slight exceptions. They mention, for example, imagine if somebody fell asleep in the prayer. That you're in the prayer and you nod off in prostration or something, and then you arise. They said that wouldn't break your wudu in the prayer. some details of that nature. But generally the second opinion, it breaks your wudu. The third opinion is, and by the way, how do they reply to the first opinion? What's their response? How do they answer back to the scholars who say it doesn't break your wudu? The companions, they used to fall asleep and pray without making wudu. They say, but that was the companions who did that. It's not a hadith that the messenger ever did that. They say we don't have any narration. The messenger fell asleep and got up and prayed. It was the companions. But as we've already explained, that is a weak explanation, because even the companions, they were doing that, yes, but at the time of the Prophet ﷺ, and if it was wrong, the messenger would have told them or revelation would have come. So their explanation against the first opinion is a weak explanation. The third opinion, which is perhaps Allahu A'lam, the strongest of them, perhaps it is the opinion of the school of Imam Ahmad and Imam Malik, where they say deep sleep is a nullifier of the wudu, but light sleep is not. أن النوم الكثير الذي فيه استغراق فهذا الذي ينقض الوضوء كما في حديث صفوان وغيره. أما النوم اليسير فإنه لا ينقض الوضوء كما في حديث أنس بن مالك. They say if it is deep sleep, your wudu breaks. But if it is light sleep, then your wudu doesn't break. And they say the companions in that narration, were they in deep sleep or light sleep? They say the companions were only in light sleep. You're waiting for the prayer, it's late, you're sitting on the wall, your head starts to drop off, but you're not in deep sleep. You are in a state of light sleep there. So they say that's why their wudu didn't break. That's considered light sleep. They weren't in deep sleep like you are when you go to sleep at night. But as for the hadith of Safwan ibn Assal, when the sleeping was mentioned alongside going to the toilet, that's in reference to the deep sleep. So they say in that way you can combine the evidences. The evidences, some of them indicate no wudu after sleeping, some of them indicate wudu after sleeping. They say it's easy. The narrations that are talking about having to make wudu if you slept are talking about deep sleep. And the ones like this one, where it highlights no wudu is needed after sleeping, is in reference to the light